Okay, we're back. What we have here is the main jet and the seat. We have to be mindful not to damage them, they're pretty delicate. What I have used in the past, and if you've got something better, probably best to use that. I have just an old milk bottle, and we've got some baking soda. We're just going to drop those in there like that. And we've also got some vinegar. It's quite a reaction when you put this in. I like to use the double strength vinegar. So this product, baking soda and vinegar, looks pretty lethal, but I think it's fairly safe. I've never had any problems with it. They also use it for soda blasting and such, so there's no noxious fumes or anything like that. So what we're going to do is just let that sit for maybe 10 minutes, and we'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, we're back. So what we have is 10 minutes with the baking soda and the vinegar. We're just going to pop this solution out into the tray. Okay, these are the parts. We've just taken them out of the soda and the vinegar. I mean, I'd like them to be cleaner than what they are, to be honest. The holes are clean. I mean, it looks, it's probably good enough for what we need, to be honest. I would have liked to have a sonic cleaner here to go through this, but I don't. As you can see, that jet is pretty dirty in there. So we're just going to get a bit of copper wire I have here. And we're just going to feed that through. Feed that through. Like that, and just run it through there a few times. Make sure that jet is clean. It had a bit of gunk in there and wasn't real good. That's better. That's a cleaner hole. It was a bit of, it was like oblong. You could see that it wasn't clear before. Now you can see when you look through that hole, you can see it's a clean white hole and it's round. Before it wasn't. I'll just do it one more time. Sorry, the hand's a bit shaky here, doing this one-handed. Okay, and you just want to put the copper wire through I've just used some electrical cable that I had, just a bit of spare cable, and then I've stripped it back, and then I've just rolling that copper wire through there. Okay, just run it through a few times, and look down there now. It's pretty clean. Alright, so that would have been giving us some problems. And the reason why I use copper wire, just for anyone that's not familiar, you don't want to damage these jets. They're pretty fine. The copper wire is soft, and these are brass. Copper wire is softer than that, so it will bend the copper wire, but it will not damage the brass jet. You don't want to damage that jet because Clearly you're going to have major issues if that jet's too big or a funny shape. We will probably just go through and make sure those holes are clean. We'll poke the wire through those holes as well. Through that. Well, what we have now is we've got the seat here now, and what we want to do here, we have a series of larger holes at the top, and we're going to use a double strand twisted copper wire, and we're just going to go through those. And clean them out both ways. So, and that was pretty easy. So we've done the higher set both ways. Now we've got a cross section at the bottom, and not all carburetors may be like this, but this Honda one is probably typical of most carburetors. And this seat, these smaller ones, see the smaller holes there, and they're really fine, so you might need your glasses on for these, as I do, and just poke it through. A bit hard to get through sometimes, and you'll see it come out the other side. So you want to go through and do those all the way down. Now, I had gone through most of these that were in a situation where they weren't clear. So that's just a bit of electrical wire, and depending on the hole size, you want a tight fit, you can double strand or triple strand them. For the fine ones, you can just go with a single strand. Okay, so we've cleaned all those out, and we'll put those aside. We've been through the center of the main jet. Now you want to go probably several strands in the main jet because it's a bit bigger, and you can see that's quite clear. I'll take some photos and drop those photos into the video feed. So what I've got in lieu of a cleaner, and if I do get a cleaner, by the way, and I plan to get one in following videos, I'll show you how that works, but at the moment I don't have one. So we've got a cap full of petrol, and we have a bunch of these cotton wool butt on sticks or ear cleaners or whatever you may want to call them. And so we're just going to go through and just pay attention to these areas inside here and it probably won't cause us too much problem, but I'd like to do what I can to clean this up. And so I'm just a bit of petrol, and if that gives you an idea how dirty the inside of that carburetor is. It's pretty filthy in there. This is a 15-year-old machine, and it's been working hard all its life, and I've really neglected it. I haven't ever done any work on it. It's a testament to the Hondas. I really think they're a good machine, and no, they're not paying me to say that. So we're just working through the inside of that carb, just brushing down the butterfly and the inside of the carburetor body. Just doing the outside of the machining here is a bit tatty, but I don't think it'll worry us too much. We could refinish that a little bit with a bit of wet and dry. I'm not going to. Leave well enough, good enough alone. There's no major scores in that surface. You can, well, you've got these in your hand. If you want to be, not that it causes too much problem to the function of the carburetor, while you, but if you're using, clearly if you're doing the outside of the carby, you don't want to use that on the inside of the carby after you've used it on the outside. We're just going to work around. So this is the engine side. They tend to be a whole lot cleaner than what you would have found on the other side of the carburetor, because this side goes to the motor, to the block, and just work around. You can see there's not much, any little, you don't want to get any cotton in there, because sort of defeats the purpose if you're leaving cotton strands in there. But you can see in there it's looking up, it's looking very much clean in there. I can't see any dirt. Can't see any too much wear and tear. I'm just going to, this is more of a, to show you, and like I said, there's no point really cleaning the outside, it's only superficial, but if you want to, if you're like me and you just like to look like you've got the good tools to make this look really nice, which I don't, I'm just going to do what I can with a bit of, you can use cleaning fluid or pretty much any alcohol based product to just give that a clean up. And within a few minutes we haven't cleaned in the bowl, we've cleaned everything. There's a choke. We've cleaned, is it sticking on me now? There we go. Look, there is a bit more. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a bit more. It's not going to worry us too much, I don't think. I'm going to get in there and give it a, just on the butterfly there on the choke. But yeah, there was a bit there, see? And that was... Okay, so there we go. It's not a new carby by any means, but it's a heck of a lot better than what it was. This is inside the bowl. I don't think there's really much. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe, and the telltale sign will be what comes back. White glove treatment. I don't think we'll find anything. As you can see, there's not much there to be worried, but there's one other place I'd like to try, and that's down inside where the valve seat goes. So I'm just going to give it a, careful not to rub too hard in there, because there's the thread. There's the thread that the main jet screws into, and you don't want to hit that too hard because you'll leave all the cotton in there and you'll block your main jet. So there we go, and we did get a bit where the main jet sits in the seat, so that's very good. We'll put that aside. We've got the bowl. Okay, we've got the bowl and the screw, the bolt that holds that in. The inside of this bowl looks a bit skanky, to be honest, so we're just going to give it a quick wipe as well. You could put the old soda, like I said, baking soda and vinegar treatment on this, but I'm just going to give it it's easily wiped out. And you can see what we got out of that bowl. And I'm actually surprised it was that dirty. The plating on this gold plating, copper plating, what it is, the zinc plating on here, the goldy colour actually hides a lot of the, you can see it's pretty clean now. So that's the two, there's the wads of cleaner. And see the filth that I got out of there. So what I'm going to do now is blow these out with, I've got a compressor. Probably no need to show you that part. I'm just going to hit these with high pressure air just to blow out anything that might have, during the cleaning process, any little bits of cotton or grime that might have got in there through the cleaning process. I'm going to blow that out because that'll be loose now. So I'll just go and blow that out. I think we're pretty much right for assembly. I was able to secure a new O-ring. Okay, so I've got a new O-ring there, if you can make out the difference. And it's just in a generic copy. Okay, so we'll come back in a minute.